Hi there and welcome. In this video, we're diving into Python ORM, short for Object Relational Mapping. If you're ever found SQL a bit tricky or just want a cleaner way to interact with databases using Python, you're in the right place. We'll explore how you can map database tables to Python classes, rows to objects, and columns to attributes. You can work with data using pure Python instead of raw SQL. This is also a great way to practice ORM outside of Django, especially if Django's ORM feels a bit overwhelming at first. To make everything clear and hands-on, we'll be using SQLAlchemy, one of the most popular ORM libraries in Python. So let's jump in. ORM, or Object Relational Mapping, is a technique that lets you treat your databases like a collection of Python objects. Instead of writing SQL queries manually, you can define classes in Python that represent your tables. Each instance of a class becomes a row in the database, and each class attribute maps to a column. This makes your code cleaner, easier to understand, and fully Pythonic, especially helpful if you're new to SQL or just want to focus on your application's logic. Let's take a closer look at what's happening in both of these examples. On the top, we're using what's called raw SQL. SQL, or SQL, stands for Structured Query Language. It's the language used to talk to databases. In this case, you're telling the database, give me the product names where the price is greater than 20. The cursor that executes is the Python code that runs the SQL statement. Now, below that, we're doing the same thing using Python's ORM with SQLAlchemy. Here, product is a Python class that represents a table in our database. Product.price refers to the column named price in that table. We're filtering the table for all products where the price is greater than 20. The sign means greater than, so we're asking, show me all products that cost more than 20, maybe 25, 30, or 100. The result gets saved in a variable called products, which becomes a list of Python objects. And the best part, we didn't have to write any SQL manually, just clean Python code. Now that we've talked about what ORM is, let's talk about the tool we're using, SQLAlchemy. SQLAlchemy is the library that helps Python interact with databases. It's what implements ORM for us in Python. It actually comes in two parts. The first is the SQLAlchemy Core. This lets you write SQL statements in Python code, but it's not quite ORM. It's still very close to traditional SQL. For example, here you can create tables, columns, and run commands like select or update. Then we have SQLAlchemy ORM, and this is what we'll focus on. It lets you define Python classes that behave like database tables. So instead of writing SQL, you just use Python objects. We import declarative base to define our tables or classes and session maker to manage communication with the database. So in short, core is more manual, SQL style control, and ORM is fully Pythonic, object-based approach. So why are we using SQLAlchemy in this tutorial? Let's break it down. First, it's widely used. SQLAlchemy is the industry standard ORM for Python. So when you learn it, you're picking up a real world skill that's used in professional projects. Second, it's database agnostic. This means you can use it with many different databases like SQLite, Postgres, MySQL, or even Oracle without changing your code too much. Third, it's flexible. Whether you're building a quick script for school or a massive application for work, SQL Alchemy scales with you. Next, it gives you powerful control over queries. You can chain together methods like join, filter, or order by to build very specific and efficient database queries. It also has great documentation. Tons of tutorials, examples, and community support are available if you get stuck or want to learn more. And finally, SQLAlchemy gives you low-level access too. So if ORM isn't enough, you can drop down and use SQLAlchemy Core for more customized SQL control. It's the best of both worlds. Alright, now it's time for some hands-on practice. And I'll be using PyCharm for this walkthrough. So feel free to open yours too. Our goal is to build a simple inventory system that connects products with their suppliers. Each product comes from just one supplier. We'll add some data to the database and then perform queries like filtering and joins to get meaningful results. We're working with two datasets here, one for the suppliers and one for the products. You'll notice details like the product name, category, price, quantity, and who supplies it. What's really helpful is that each step of the task is organized into its own separate Python file. For example, we have database.py for setting up the connection, models.py for defining our tables and relationships, and so on. This structure keeps things clean and modular. It means if something breaks or needs updating later, we only need to change one file, not the whole script. We also do things like list all products with low stock, update prices, and delete items from inventory, all using the Python and SQLAlchemy. Let's jump into PyCharm and build it step by step. Let's start with database.py. This is where we set up the database engine that allows Python to communicate with our database. So here, create engine tells SQLAlchemy what kind of database we're using and where it's located. The SQLite /inventory.db creates a local file called inventory.db the first time we run the code. Next, we define our tables for our database using Python classes, and we will do that in models. So, this is the essence of ORM mapping classes to the tables. Here, declarative base creates a base class that our models will inherit from. Then we will create a class for supplier. It will inherit from the base. Our table name will be suppliers. We will make this auto increment, and then we have the name, string, and then contact email. And then we will create, here's the relationship. Products, relationship, product, and then back populates supplier. So in this code, the table name sets the table name, which is suppliers in the database. The products equal relationship here establishes a one-to-many relationship. One supplier can have many products. So let's move on to the product table. So we have here class product, which will inherit from base, and then we will call the table name products. So we have here the ID, yeah, we will auto increment this to true, and then name, column string, category, and then the price, we have float of 118, it's an integer, and then we have the supplier ID, which is also a foreign key. And we will do the relationship again. So we have supplier, relationship, supplier, back populates products. So here, supplier ID is a foreign key which connects each product to the supplier. Foreign keys are placed on the many side. In this case, products, because many products can belong to one supplier. The relationship here makes it easy to access product supplier dot name, product dot supplier dot name. Okay, just reformat the file because I don't want those yellow lines. Next, we will make a create table file. Tables here. So we will import from database, import engine. This is what we need. From models, we will import base. So tables, base, that metadata that create all engine. So we will put a print here. Tables created successfully. And then we will do this. Yeah. Okay, so the base.meta.createAll looks at our models and builds the appropriate tables in the connected database. Next, we will create the insert records.py. Here we insert records into the database by creating Python objects that map to database rows. So from models, we will import both supplier and product. From database, we will import the engine. From SQLAlchemy.orm ORM, we will import session maker. So first we will create a session there, and then this session we will create a function insert data, and I'm just, because there's a lot of data here, I'm just gonna copy paste it. So for the supplier, since we have in our models supplier name and contact email, so we just inserted these values here. For the product, we have the model's name, category, price, and quantity. That is what we inserted here. So to add that to our session, we do session.add all, and we will insert add all of it. We have supplier 1, supplier 1, supplier 2, and then product 1, product 2, and product 3. And we will commit it, and then we will have print that says records are inserted successfully. And then we will put the name and then the insert data function. There. So we assign the supplier 1 directly in the product objects here, thanks to our relationship. Session.commit saves everything to the database. Next is we're listing products with their suppliers, and we will use join. So we will create join.py. So we need from models, we need the product. From the database, we need the engine. From SQLAlchemy.orm, we're gonna need the session maker. Again, create the session, and session. And make this function, let's say show products with supplier. Supplier. So products equals session that query product.all. It will return products. So from, no, not from, for product and products, we'll just print this. Print product name. Product name is supplied by product supplier dot name. And then we will do the main. And then there. So thanks to the relationship, we don't need to write a join manually. Product supplier that name gives us the supplier name instantly. The next one is we will filter low stock products. So we will name that filter py. And we're gonna do show so stock low stock equals session dot query. Oh, I forgot to put here our imports. Sorry about that. From models, import product. From database import. And then from SQLAlchemy ORM import session maker, and then do session, and then session, like that. Here in this filter.py, we'll now filter and display products with quantity below 30. So this is useful for inventory management. Low stock equals session that query product. We'll do dot filter product quantity. And I want them to return all those product with quantity less than 30. So all. For product in low stock, we just print it. Product name, let's just say product quantity in stock. And we're gonna do the name. So here, the dot filter product dot quantity less than 30 gives us only the products that are low in stock. And the next one will be updating the product's price. So we will call this update.py. We'll do from models import product from database import engine from SQLAlchemy ORM import session maker. Then we do the session again, and then this one. Let's do function. Update price. So product session per product filter by. This time we're going to use filter by name, and we will modify the office chair. So let's share. Chair. And then the first instance of that. So we do the first there. So if there's a product with office chair name, we do the product at price to 95. So session commit and then print. Updated product name to product price. Else, if there's no office chair, you just print no product name. And then main again. It's important to call the session.commit so that we can save the changes. Next one is delete. We are deleting keyboard from the product. So let's just call this delete, and we'll do again import from models import product, then from database engine, and then from SQLAlchemy ORM import session maker. We'll do the session again, and then delete product. query product, filter by product name. We don't need to do product name. It's also already querying product. So name, equal filter by name, keyboard, and then first instance data first. So if it's found, if there's a product like that, session delete product, session commit, and then we'll do product, the name deleted from inventory. Oh. Okay. So to test everything and to tie everything together, I'll run all the scripts from one place, which is the main.py. See, we'll just test this from here. Main. So I'm already making a Python file. So we have here import create tables, import insert records, import, what else did we do? Join, import filter, import update, import delete. So we'll just name this function run all. So and say creating tables here, print inserting records here, print joining tables, this is join. This is not insert records, but insert data. Join.show comes with supplier. Showing low stocks, low stock products. That is filter. Show low stock. So print eating product names. workers. So delete product there, and just gonna run them all. Okay. So each step prints a message, so we know what's happening. So we will run this now. It's working. So we created a tables. Table created successfully. Records are inserted successfully. Keyboard is supplied by text source. This one is monitor 24 supplied by text source. Office chair is supplied by Office Hub. Monitor 24, 10 in stock, office chair 20 in stock, updating product price, update office chair to $95, and then the keyboard is deleted from the inventory. So this is our hands-on. I hope you enjoyed doing this with me. And that wraps up our hands-on walkthrough of SQLAlchemy ORM in Python. I hope this helped you understand how object-relational mapping works, how relationships like one-to-many are built, and how to structure your project cleanly using separate files and main.py. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps support the channel and lets me keep making more beginner-friendly content like this. Thanks for watching and happy coding.